Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome back to the Pegasus tutorial. This is now part 4. In this portion we will be doing the front legs. Now I'm going to warn you right now that they are not easy, especially the hooves. Okay? The legs will look kind of strange when they're done, and the reason they will look strange is because I have designed them so that when you wire it up you can bend them, okay? So it's kind of like a rearing position. Okay, but you can technically position them to be straight too, but I just want to let you know that once you're done it's going to look kind of strange, okay? But once they are on the Pegasus, it's going to be fine. Okay, so just trust me. Okay, we are going to start. I am using the solar white for the sock portion of the leg, which is the bottom, because I want that part to change color in the sun. Okay, so you can do the same if you want. Alright, so we're going to start with the hoof. I am taking double looped solar. Okay, right now I have one loom in the offset. These are all double looped. Okay, I'm going to cap off here by wrapping a band around, creating 4 loops. Okay. Now I'm going to do my hooves sparkle. Okay, so I'm doing a mixture of all of the sparkle colors. So I'm going to take 3 sparkle blue, then 3 of the sparkle purple, or glitter purple, whatever it's called, and then 3 glitter pink. Alright, now I'm double looping a glitter blue, double looping on the other side, now a glitter purple here, glitter pink, and glitter pink over here. Double looping a glitter pink here, double looping a glitter purple here. I'm going to take a glitter pink and wrap it around this peg, creating 3 loops. Okay. Okay. I'm going to loop this part now, so go under the cap band, grab the top 2, loop them over, and then grab these 2, loop them, these 2, and these 2, here and here. Okay. Now I'm gonna tie off the ends with any color, it doesn't matter because we'll take it off eventually. I'm just gonna use black, tie off the 3 ends here. Pull this off. Okay, so we have this little piece here. Okay, I'm gonna start to loop this. Loop these over, loop these over, and loop all the way up the center. Okay, and then I'm going to loop up once on this side and once on this side. Now you're going to take that little white piece, and you have the cap band here, which we're not going to attach. We have the set next to it on this side. We're going to go through the 2 corner loops on the bottom. Okay, so I didn't go through the whole set. If I went through the whole set, I'd be going like that. I'm only going through the bottom part. Okay? And I'm going to wrap it around this peg, and then I'm going to loop up. Okay, I'm going to do that on the other side. So not the last set that's tied off, but the set before that. Go through the bottom set, or the corner set, whatever it is, and wrap around the other peg, and then loop up. Okay, go through the final set, wrap around the end pegs, so I wrapped all of them around in order, and now I'm going to tie off my ends. I'm going to use a color other than black. I'm going to just use sparkle red so that you can see. Okay, so I'm tying off the ends with sparkle red. Doesn't matter what color you use. I would just recommend using a different color than the black or whatever color you used to tie off the white part before. Okay. So make sure you go through all the loops and do your slip knot. And then I carefully lift it off. Okay, once we've lifted it off, we can take off the black tie bands, leaving on the red for now. Okay, now I am taking 3 of my solar at a time here. So 3 solar here, and 3 solar here. Sorry, I'm just looking at my other hoof to help me remember how to do it. Don't worry about it. Okay, 3 here, and 3 here. Oh wait, I'm sorry. These 3 we're going to move to connect to that same peg there. Okay, then we're going to take 3 down the middle here, and 3 more here. 3 stretching all the way like this, and 3 stretching all the way like that. And then I'm double looping a solar right here. So these were all solar bands, okay. Now I'm going to move to my purple, so I'm grabbing 3 purples here. I'm going to grab 3 pinks, and I'm going to grab 3 pinks again. Now you can do blue, purple, pink instead of purple, pink, pink. That's totally up to you. Okay. The reason I did it this way is because I had adjusted the design while I was in the middle of doing it and I didn't feel like changing the colors. So that's why mine is like that. Okay, these are double looped, these edge ones, so double loop, double loop, double looped. Double looped. Pink, pink, purple, purple. And now I'm doing pink again. So pink here, and pink here. Take another pink, double looped here, and another double looped here, and a purple double looped here. Take another pink, wrap it, creating 3 loops around this peg here. Then dig down and loop over those. Now, grab the piece that you did. What we're going to do is we're going to flip it so the white side is down, the side with the white piece. Go through the 3 loops, wrap them around this bottom peg, and then loop up the 3 bands. Okay? Then I'm going to loop up to here. Okay? Then we're going to lift this piece up. And like we did before, we are grabbing the bottom 2 loops of this pink set here, Okay, so it is with it right side up with the white up. You're grabbing the bottom 2 loops of the pink set on the side and wrapping it around this peg. And looping and praying that the band doesn't break on you. Ah! Okay, let's do the other side. You don't want these double looped bands to break because they are double looped. If they break, then you're screwed, so you want to fix it if it breaks. Okay. Alright, then do the bottom purple loops here. Okay, again, only 2 loops, not the entire set. Okay, now this is one of the hardest parts here. You have to connect the entire end that we tied off with the red to here, and here, and here. So these 3 ends we're connecting to these 3 pegs. We have to go through all 8 loops. There are 8 loops you want to push your hook through. It's very hard. So it will probably take you a little while, and it will probably take me a little while. You want to follow that tying band through all 8 loops. Make sure you're going through the loops and not between them. And then you want to wrap the loops, all 8 of them, around the peg. Okay. It's tricky, and the more you wrap around, the harder it gets. So now the middle set is especially tricky. Some of them will come off. And you have to fix it again. The blue set. I missed a blue one. You want to make sure you have all of them around the hook. Why do I make things difficult? I had redesigned this stuff about 10 times, so I'm sorry that it's frustrating, but the other ways I did it didn't look as good, so yeah. Okay, so I wrapped all the sets completely around, hopefully. We're going to loop this one first. Grab all 3 bands and loop them. Then you go through this one. All 3 bands, loop them, and then this one. All 3 bands, loop them. Okay, loop up. Then grab top 3. And then these 3, and these 3, and these 3. Okay, tie off your ends with 2 solar bands each. So I'm taking 2 solar bands, tying off this end with the 2 solar bands. Taking 2 solar bands here and tying off this end with the 2 solar bands. Okay, you want to lift up very carefully. Make sure those tied off bands don't come off. Alright, once you've done that, you can take off the red tying bands down here. Okay. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to take our hook and we are going in between the loops. So instead of going through the sets from the front, we're turning the hoof to the side and going between the loops, between the sets. This is like the only time I've ever done this. Take 3 bands of the solar and pull them through. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take these loops, the tied bands from the one side, wrap them twice around your hook, and take the ones from the other side, wrap them twice around your hook, and then wrap the other end of the loops around your hook, so it looks like this. Okay? Now this is the other tricky part of the hoof. We're taking 3 solar bands, and we want to bring them through all of these bands, so I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. Okay, brought them through all of them. You want to tie off. And now we want to bring another set of 3 through those same bands. So I have to go back down here with my hook. Go back through. Okay, grab 3 more solar bands. Pull them through. Bring up and tie off. Okay, so you have 2 sets of 3 going through the same bands. Okay, like that. Alright, so this is one hoof, okay? It's kind of like pointed down. This is the top of the hoof where the little double-looped white set is, okay? So you are eventually going to need to make 4 of these. You can do that now or later. I would recommend getting it over with now. Make your 4 hoofs, okay? Alright, so once you've made your 4 hooves, we are going to move on to the front legs. So you're going to have to change your loom to this. So I have 5 columns at the top and 3 at the bottom. Okay, the 3 are coming down in the center. Okay, from the top. Okay, so that's all that is. Okay, you'll have an extra row that you're not using right now. Okay, I am not using the solar bands now. Now I'm going back to the white. Okay. So you just want to follow me. Okay. I am taking two bands. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay. 2 white bands at a time. But I'm not starting at the top. I'm starting here. Okay. Starting there, so that is the 6th to 7th peg. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, we're moving that up 1. Sorry. The 5th to 6th peg. Okay. And then just taking 2 whites at a time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're gonna go diagonally. Okay, 2 more sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna double count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. 1. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's go down this one. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go over to this side. Okay, we are going to cap off here. Wrap the band around, creating 4 loops. Okay, let's put some horizontals on, so double looping here and here. Here, and then taking 2 at a time. Okay, so once we've put all those bands on, we're going to loop these. Okay, so loop these 2 over and loop up. Oops. You don't want to grab the wrong ones. Ugh. Darn. Just ignore me, I'm just fixing my... Okay. Okay, tie off your ends. This is the muscle portion of the leg. Or one side of the leg. Okay. You will need to make 2 of these, one for the other leg, the other front leg. You can do the second one now, or go back and repeat this video at the end and do it that way. Alrighty, now, this is half of the leg, so now we're going to do the other half. So the other half is almost identical to this half, okay? Again, just 2 white bands at a time. Take these 2 off temporarily. Alright, again we're going to move to this side. Okay, let's do our horizontal, so double loop. Now 2 at a time. Okay. Now we're going to take our hoof, and remember that the top is the part with this white, with the cap band, so the white piece, okay? We want that part of the hoof to be facing that way, okay? So we're going to go through these sets of loops here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this tying band, and I'm going to wrap them all around this peg. Then I'm going to go through the other 3. Oops, make sure they don't come off. So push them down. Oops. Okay, wrap around the other 3, take off the tying band, and wrap those 6 loops around this peg. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up the top 3 loops of this set and the top 3 loops of this set so I can take a white band, regular white, double loop it, and put a horizontal between these 2. Then I'm going to replace the loops around. Okay, and then I'm going to push down. Alright. Now we're going to take the other half. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it like this, and I'm going to go through, I'm just checking my other foot to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Go through the cap band. Okay, all 4 loops of the cap band, and wrap around this peg here. Once you've done that, you can dig down and loop up these 2 white bands. Okay? Now, once you've done that, we're going to go through all 4 loops of this set, and the set right next to the cap band, so these. Okay, wrap around that peg, and loop up these 2. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull, or gently tug on this leg piece, so now it's up. And like we did before, we are not going to go through the entire set on the side, we're just going to go through the bottom corner. Actually, that's up to you. If you want to go through the entire set, you can. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to only go through the bottom corner loops and wrap them around each set as I go up. Okay, you don't want to miss any sets, okay? It's very important, or your leg will be crooked. Okay, so I wrapped the set around. I'm going to go to the next set and grab those 2. Wrap around, loop up. Same thing over here. Next set in line, wrap around, and loop up. Okay. Next set, wrap around, loop up. next set here, wrap around, loop up, and then loop up the center. Now this middle piece we can actually go almost all the way to the top with, okay, because the only pegs we're attaching the leg piece to are the edge sets. Okay, so I'm actually going to go almost all the way up. So I'm going to go to here, okay? So I'm not looping the last set. Alright, now let's continue wrapping the loops. So now I'm going to grab the next set in line, wrap it around, and loop up. Go to the other side. Okay, now these are starting to get stretched out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up a little bit of the leg from the bottom. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. So now, they shouldn't be as stretched out when I attach. So now I'm going to the next set, wrap it around, loop up. Same thing over here. Alright, let's do the next set. Wrap around, loop up, wrap around, loop up, and I'm going to lift up the leg a little more. Okay. Okay, once I've wrapped around here, I'm going to loop up this second column here up to the same point that I looped up the middle column, so to there again. And then I can just loop up this diagonal. Okay. Alright. Wrap around here. Then you want to loop up this guy up to that same set. So up to there. Okay. And I want to dig down and loop over. Okay. Grab the next edge bands, wrap around, and loop up. Okay, here we're grabbing the entire set that's tied, wrap it around, loop up, and go to the next set, wrap around, loop up, next set, wrap around, loop up, fourth set, wrap around, loop up, and we have to finish up this side, so okay. And I'm going to tie off with the sparkle red. Okay, a different color than the black. Alright, so we have a leg. I'm going to take off the black tying bands. And what you want to do is once you've taken off the black tying bands is you want to make your other leg. Okay, so you'll probably have to go back and repeat this whole video. However, the second leg you want to make symmetrical to the first. And that is very important that you do that. Okay, oops, looks like I missed a loop here. Because if you don't, you're going to have 2 left feet on your Pegasus, and you do not want that. So you want to make sure you do the muscle opposite of the one we just did. If you don't know how to do it, again, just take a mirror, repeat this video, look at it in the mirror, okay? Hold your screen in front of a mirror, see what I mean, okay? So that your legs will be opposite, okay? So that you have one front leg, one left front leg, and one right front leg. Okay, see how they're opposite of each other? Yes, this hoof is bent forward a little more. Okay? Very, very important. Alright, so do that, and I will see you in the next part for the next portion of the video. Alright, see you over there, everyone.